One of the great things about Git is that it gives us really fine-grained control over the changes that we include in each commit. So in other words, we don't have to commit all the changes we've made at once. We can break the changes down into smaller focused commits. And generally, these smaller focused commits are easier to understand, reason about, and review. And it's the git add command that gives us this power to create fine-grained commits. So all of our changes that we make will be in one of three states. So there's the changes to be committed. So any changes here, when we run git commit, the commit will take on board all of those changes. We also have this second state. So these are changes not staged for commit. So these are files that Git knows about that have got changes in them, but at the moment we haven't said that these changes are ones that we want to include in the next commit. And then finally, we have got untracked files. So these are files that are completely new to Git. And again, they won't form part of the next commit as they stand. So we've got quite a few options. We could just run git commit now, and it will just take on the changes just to this one file at the top. If we want to see what's going to happen with our git add command, we can do -n, which is going to be dry run. And now if we wanted to just take the changes that are not staged, currently the changes that are not staged for commits, just these ones, we can use the -u flag. And what this would do is it would add these two files to the changes to be committed. And if we wanted to include everything in here, we could do -a, and you can see that this would actually put all three files in ready to be committed. So let's just do that. We'll do git add -A, git status, and we can see now that all of the files are, all the changes would be part of the next commit. So as well as giving us the flexibility to select exactly which files are going to make part of the commit, we can be even more fine-grained. So we can use the git add -p option, the patch option, and what we can do is we'll go through each of the files and just decide which of the changes we're actually interested in. So for example, now we are in the baseline import exception.php, and we have a change here to these lines. And what we have the option is we can either accept the stages hunk, which means it will become part of the next commit. We can say we don't want to stage this hunk of code. So for now, we're going to say, yes, we will change this. We'll stage this hunk of code. Okay. So I'm going to quit out of here now. And then if I look at git status, we can see that we've got this original file that was already staged. And now we also have the baseline import exception, which will also be staged. So if we ran git commit now, it would be the changes in here that would form part of the commit. So we'll go back to our add with the -p flag. And now it's found some changes in baseline importer. And there's quite a lot going on here. We're changing something in the catch array, and we're doing something with the line above. The throw statement as well. So it's quite a big commit. Maybe we're only interested in some of these changes and not the others. So instead of accepting or declining this hunk, what we might say is I just want to split this into parts. And now it's saying, do I want to accept these changes? Looks like some formatting changing, so I will accept those changes, but I'm not going to accept these changes for now. And now if we look at what's going on, we've got the files previously, and we've also got the baseline importer. So we've also got it down here as well. So it's what we're doing, what's basically happening here is we are only accepting some of the changes that we've made to baseline importer as part of the next commit. Whereas the changes here, so if I do a git diff, these changes will not be part of the next commit as things stand at the moment. So the git add minus p flag with the git add with the minus p flag allows us to decide exactly what bits of a file we do want to change and which bits will make it to one commit, and then we can save the other bits for later commits. And that allows us to make our commits really, really focused on just one thing, which is what we should be aiming for. Join me tomorrow and we're going to look at a few more bits that you can do with the git add command.